say good evening. Mixing up the days as I'm having lack of sleep, but hey, it is a beautiful Thursday morning. Welcome to the show, everybody. It is the 5th of October, as I am in the middle of my Purdasi fast. If you are a Hindu following Hinduism, you also enjoying your fast, you're enjoying your veggies, you're enjoying staying at home, behaving yourselves, and keeping yourself all natural. Anyways, good morning to everybody. Welcome to the show. For those of you who are watching the show for the very first time, yes, we are streaming live in the Nature South on Accent World TV. It's for everyone. Now, this is the Crack of Dawn show. This show is a variety show about all that jazz and all things weird and glad and brad. Anyways, I'm your host, Kimera Heeralal. Interact with us in studio today, as you can comment at the bottom of the screen right there. Or if you wish to keep your views and comments anonymous, you can do so by using our WhatsApp line, which you'll find at the bottom right of your screen throughout the entire show. Now, as you know, we always open up our show with a bit of a laugh. We've got a nice program for you today. We got Wackhead Simpson, always with a good prank. And then we have our Greek mythology today. That's a good topic for conversation today. We're covering a Greek mythology, and we also have Aiden Hansen from America helping us out with our show, with our info. And we've got lots of music entertainment for you guys to keep you feeling good, positive vibes throughout your day. As you know, music is the answer to everything. I don't know how you feel about that, but with music, everything just seems right. And then not forgetting, at the end of our show, we have Auntie Sheila, and she's talking about bad drivers having attitudes, and she's one of our favorite stand-up comedians from Durban. As we carry on with the show, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we have Wackhead Simpson.
Slide 4.
Becky, don't lose your cool. Think of the quarter pounder. It will taste like sunshine on a rainy day. Oh, so make it a day, the quarter pound away. Da 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 da.
Welcome back, you crackadowners! Alright, it's that time where we get to open up the show with a great prank and some great energy coming through your screens. Let's jump into Wackhead Simpson.
Today I'm playing the part of an old lady. What do you get?
You give your best work when you play that character.
I think so. I tend to agree.
What's her name today?
Wait and find out.
Mystery.
So, you know, oftentimes you'll ask your hubby, you get to a certain age. Mm-hmm. You hear these stories all the time. We're not of that age yet. Mm-hmm. But it's birthday. Birthdays become a thing of the past. What do you get him for a birthday when so-called got everything? Right. You know what I mean? But there's various creative things, and there's various little personality clashes that happen, and I think this is a very legit option for something. I'm very cryptic here. I don't want to give it away. Okay, so just have a listen.
Dr. Boozum, hello.
Hello, how are you?
Fine, and you?
Good. My name's Beryl.
Yes, Beryl.
I just wanted to find out, is this a
Enterologist, yes it is.
That's it. You guys do a colonoscopy.
We do.
Okay, what exactly is it? Just that I'm...
Colonoscopy is where we put a camera scope up the rectal area
Right.
to see what's happening in the colon.
Right. I want to book my hubby Arthur in for one, please.
You can't book him in for one. Your doctor's going to have to do it. Alternatively, you'll have to come and see Dr. Abu.
Now tell me, what is it that you can find? What is it that you can find?
What can we find?
Yes.
There's different things for different people.
Okay, because I'm wondering if you can please find his head.
What?
Yeah. I need you to find his head because it's stuck so far up his bum.
Okay. All right. You get your GP to call us and book the what you call it, the scope. I don't know whether to blush.
You know, he drives a BMW.
I'll tell Dr. Albert to do that.
Okay, it's sitting up there with old burgers from McDonald's from 2 years ago. When he talks to me, it sounds like...
Hold on. He wants Doctor to do her colonoscopy so he can find her husband's head up. Head up. Are you serious?
Yes.
Okay. Oh no. Yeah. Can you do that for me? You are joking, right? Okay, let me see. Okay, wait, I'm going to... Nobody's ever phoned and asked us to get a doctor to get their husband's head out of their regions.
I was passed around the whole
I was
room
about
there.
to say, did
the
you get any help?
Okay, if you want to find your husband's head, well, and you have suspicions, you know who to call, the gastroenterologist.
Whack it, Simpson, everybody. I hope you guys enjoy that. Alright, as we are kicking off with the show called Greek Mythology, on the Crack of Dawn show rather, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we have Aidan Hansen standing by to educate us rather on Greek mythology.
See flooring differently. Innovar Floor Santon. Contact us today.
Welcome back, guys. For those of you just joined us, you are currently streaming live with us in Malaysia South on Actonville TV. It's for everyone. This is the Crack of Dawn show, as you can see on my desk. And well, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Kimera Heeralal. I'll be your host the entire hour. I'll be your host on Actonville TV. Join the conversation, interact with us in studio today as we are streaming live. You can comment at the bottom of the screen, or you could use our WhatsApp line, which you'll find at the bottom right of your screen throughout the entire show. Alright, so we are talking about Greek mythology this morning. So there's a lot of things in Greek mythology people didn't actually teach you in school. So Aidan Hansen and his team got together and put a little something together for us. As you know, they always like to do their top fives in everything that they teach or share. So Greek mythology has left us, well, an invaluable heritage of tales with envious gods, courageous heroes, epic adventures, and stories of vengeance and love. Now, the corpus of Greek mythology is immense, and we would need several volumes of books to actually cover most of these stories, which is true. Now, however, it is natural. Some of these stories are more beloved than others. And I have a couple of, well, stories to tell you guys today. And these are the most famous tales from Greek mythology. Now, there was a theogony, it's actually called Clash of the Titans. I'm sure you've heard of it. I'm sure you've even checked out the movie, yeah? So, Clash of the Titans now, according to Hesiod's theogony, in the beginning, there was only chaos, right? And dense darkness that was actually covered, dense darkness covered everything until the earth was born out of chaos and on the mountains. Now, they were talking about the mountains, the sea, and then the sky, Uranus, okay, with the sun. So they also mentioned the stars and the moon as well. So then Uranus and Earth came together, gave birth to the Titans, but Uranus was afraid that one of his children would take his throne. That is why he enclosed every one of them in the depths of the earth. But his son, Cronus, the strongest of the Titans, might I add, defeated him and became the world leader. Now he married Rhea, who gave birth to 2 gods and 3 goddesses, Hades, Poseidon, Hera, Hestia, and Demeter. Now they say, but Cronus inherited the fear of his father and believed that one of his offspring would later take his throne. So when they were born, he swallowed them. However, Rhea was expecting a 6th child, and fearing it would share the same fate with her other children, she secretly gave birth on a mountain in Crete and hid the newborn there. Now, she also named her child Zeus, okay? And she also tricked Cronus into thinking he swallowed this child too by giving him a stone wrapped in it. Or should I say, a stone wrapped in a swaddling clothes, basically. So, which Cronus actually swallowed thinking it was his newborn. The nymphs took care of Zeus and fed the baby with the milk of a goat. Now, when he grew up, Zeus found his father and tricked him into drinking a mixture of wine and mustard, which caused him to disgorge the contents of his stomach. Zeus's other brothers and sisters came out of Cronus fully grown. This is how the Titanomachy began. Okay, it's called the Titanomachy, and this is how it began. So the war between the Titans and the gods, with Zeus as their leader, this titanic battle lasted for about 10 years, and the gods defeated the Titans and threw them into the Tartarus, a dark and gloomy place, as far as from the earth as earth is from the sky. Then the gods fought with the giants of the dominance of the world. The Gargantomachy lasted a long time as well, but the gods were again victorious. Thus Zeus became the ruler of the whole world, and he and the other gods settled in Olympus. One of the stories of Greek mythology. Share your views and comments, guys. We'd like you to interact with us in the studio today. Coming up at number 5 with Aiden Hansen in America with his top 5. He starts at number 5 this morning with Lycurgus of Thrace.
Something that has captivated the minds and hearts of humanity for centuries has been the amazing stories brought to us by the many mythologies of different cultures. The stories derived from these myths vary greatly, from tales of heroes rising from humble beginnings to explanations onto how the universe came to be. Looking into the world of mythology is guaranteed to fascinate and enthrall anyone who comes across it. However, within the annals of Greek myth exist tales that not only fascinate those who hear it, but terrify them. What's up, guys? I'm Aiden, and let's all grab our swords and sandals and venture forth into the top 5 haunting stories from Greek mythology they didn't teach you in school. Coming in at number 5, Lycurgus of Thrace. Lycurgus was the valiant king of the Edoni in Thrace, and his story is a gruesome one. Lycurgus was heavily against the cult led by Dionysus, the god of wine, and a famous partier within Greek mythology, sharing his wine with mortals and his many concubines of both sexes. He also was a heavy drinker of beer, Lycurgus that is, the natural enemy to any wine-loving god. However, the cult formed around his party habits became quite dangerous, having lavish gatherings that would disrupt the peace of the many cities they passed through. In response, Lycurgus banished the cult from Thrace in hopes of stopping them from messing up his land. Of course, Dionysus, being a god and all, would still visit Lycurgus' kingdom, and when he did, Lycurgus responded by imprisoning all of his followers, treating them roughly and poorly, especially Dionysus' nursemaid Ambrosia. This royally angered the god of wine, and so he punished the king of Thrace by making him go absolutely bonkers crazy insane. Consumed by madness, Lycurgus would go on a tirade, killing many of his own people without even realizing they were people. But the horror reached its apex when Lycurgus mistook his son for a trunk of ivy, something something that is considered holy to Dionysus. So he killed him, cutting off his fingers, toes, nose, and ears. And of course it didn't end there. He actually proceeded to kill his whole family, mistaking them for the things that Dionysus holds dear. As a consequence of his insanity, the land of Thrace fell into a famine, and Dionysus decreed that the land would remain completely barren until he felt that Lycurgus had truly paid for the imprisonment of Dionysus's cult. The response of his people? To tie him up and literally fling him into a herd of man-eating horses. The terrifying punishment given to Lycurgus serves as a stark reminder of the merciless nature of the gods, and the cruel responses they have to anyone or anything that does them wrong. The myth highlights the tremendous power the Greek gods hold, and the chilling effects they have when used for their own malevolent reason. Sorry to all my beer drinkers watching this video, you guys would not get it easy in ancient Greece.
Coming in through YouTube as we're going through our top 5 Greek mythology, we've got Ravi Nagan Naidu saying Namaskaram. Namaskaram to you too, sir. Good morning to you on the Crack of Dawn show. Welcome to the show. I hope you like Greek mythology and a good story. Alright, so we've got another story called The Three Sisters of Fate. Quite interesting. Listen up. For those of you who are interested, right? So in Greek mythology, the Morea are the three goddesses of fate: Clotho, Lachesis, and Atropos. Okay? Now the three sisters weave the fate of humans and gods alike. Now neither human nor god has the power to influence or question their judgment and actions, right? So Clotho, the youngest one, spins the thread of life. She is the very origin, the creation of life itself, and her thread is spun upon the birth of a person. So Lachesis, the second sister, right, is the one that allocates the fate of people during life. The name comes from the Greek word anoxua. So it's Lachesis, but the way they spelled it, God only knows how that works. Anyway, so the Greek name that it comes from, it means to obtain from lots. That's what it means, okay? So in that sense, one can understand that their destiny is chosen out of the myriad of possibilities. Now it is said that Lachesis measures the thread of life with her rod, and determining its length and nature. The last sister of fate is Atropos, the unturning. Atropos is the cutter of the thread of life, and with her, she determines how someone will actually die. Greek mythology, but actually quite true, yeah? Coming up next at number 4, we've got Cronus.
Next up at number 4, Cronus. Cronus is probably the most famous of the Greek titans, the deities that created the many gods of Greek mythology and are the offspring of the primordial gods that created the universe. Cronus gets his fame because he was the only titan with the gall to attack his own father, Uranus, the ruler of the universe. With nothing but a giant stone sickle, Cronus cut off the cojones of Uranus, and from their mutilation spawned giants and the goddess Aphrodite. From that point on, Uranus threatened vengeance against all his sons and called them titans, because they overstepped their boundaries for committing such an act. But it was not this act that is haunting, but instead the atrocities Cronus committed after learning that he was destined to be defeated by his own spawn, much like he did his own father. When he heard this destiny, Cronus quickly went mad with fear, as he was soon to have many offspring of his own, such as the gods Hera, Poseidon, Demeter, and Hades, with the mother goddess Rhea. Upon their birth, he devoured them all, in order to prevent the prophecy from coming to fruition. When his 6th and final youngster was born, Zeus, Rhea hid him in Crete, and instead gave Cronus a rock wrapped in baby's clothes for him to devour instead. How he was unable to tell that it wasn't a living, breathing being, I don't know, but I digress. I mean, I've heard of eating your problems away, but Cronus definitely took it too far. Many artworks exist of Cronus devouring his offspring, with the most famous being Saturn devouring his son by Francisco Goya. Saturn was another name for Cronus, and the art on its own is quite terrifying, depicting Cronus' desperate and mad nature as he gnaws away at his own family. But the story doesn't end there. Zeus was secretly raised in a cave, masked by the noises of armored male dancers to hide the sounds of the youngster's cries. When the time came for Zeus to confront his father, his grandmother Gaia gave Zeus a special concoction that would make Cronus puke out all of Zeus's siblings, plus that rock that Rhea gave him. After freeing his now fully grown siblings, Zeus and the other gods waged war against all the Titans in an event known as the Titanomachy. And, just as the prophecy foretold, Zeus eventually slayed his father Cronus and led the gods to victory, ushering in a new era of power within the world of Greek mythology.
as we're talking about Greek mythology. Ravanagan Naidu coming in again through YouTube. Namaste, Barakam, Om Sai Ram, Thursday, blessings and abundance to all. Stay blessed. Thank you so much for your blessings, Agaravi. Agaravi, we're inviting you to the studio to join us on the crack of dawn, not the religious sector. This show is about being crazy and variety and full of energy, yeah? Alright, if you accept our invitation, let us know. You can personally let us know, or you can comment at the bottom of the screen. It's cool. For those of you who are watching the show for the first time, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, as we need people to subscribe and we need the numbers, as it helps us grow this channel and the business as well. So don't forget also, if you guys need to advertise for your businesses, contact us. Leave your number or contact details at the bottom of the screen, or you could use the WhatsApp line if you wish to keep your contact details private, which is okay. There's the WhatsApp line right there, or yeah, just drop me a message and ask me to contact you personally. Alright guys, share this link as we're keeping you well entertained while teaching you about Greek mythology. Coming up next, everybody knows the song Purple Rain, Purple Rain. Yeah! Purple rain, purple rain. That song is coming up next. Check out who's the artist.
Never meant to cause you any sorrow. I never meant to cause you any pain. I only want one time to see you laughing. I only want to see you laughing in the purple rain, purple rain, purple rain. To be a weekend lover, I only want to be some kind of friend. Baby, I can never steal you from another. It's such a shame our friendship had to end. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. I only want to see you underneath the purple rain. Honey, I know time has changed. Reach out for something new. That means you too. See when I need her, but you can't seem to make up your mind. I think you better close it and let me guide you to the purple rain, purple rain, purple rain. To see with the purple
stating they're anonymous, sending in your music with great talent like that. No, man, we gotta know who you are. We want to grow you and your career with our channel, with our station. Drop us a WhatsApp and let us know who you are, sir. We really enjoyed your video. It did air, it did go out. We will play it again though with your name, and thank you so much for the Purple Rain. Beautiful delivery by Prince. Alright, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll carry on further with our Greek mythology.
I put a spell on you. Because you're mine. Oh, because you're mine. Because you're mine.
Welcome back, guys. For those of you who just joined us, welcome to the show. A very good morning to Michi Heeralal coming in through YouTube. Mr. Heeralal, we will contact you after the show. Don't worry about it. I know you're watching the show. We're very busy this morning. Alright, so for those of you who just joined us, we are currently streaming live in Indonesia, South baby, on Attenville TV. It's for everyone. For those of you who don't know me, I'm your host, Kimera Heeralal. Join the conversation by interacting with us, as you can comment at the bottom of the screen. Alright, so we're talking about Greek mythology, right? So I also came across another story called the Prometheus and the Theft of Fire. Well, we're going to talk about that straight after this, right? We've got Aiden Hansen explaining to you the story behind this one. Now, I also came across another one called the Pandora's Box. I'm sure you guys know this one. If you know your Greek mythology, you know this one. So, Pandora's Box now, we have to give the story after the Prometheus, right? But, okay, let me start it with after Prometheus gave the fire to humans. You guys know this story. I'm sure you do. Now, after Prometheus gave the fire to humans, Zeus decided to take vengeance, and he ordered, Hephaestus to create the first human woman out of soil and water. Know the story? Did it click a memory from school maybe? I don't know. So anyway, each god gave the woman a gift. The Athena gave her wisdom, the Aphrodite beauty, Hermes rather, cunning, and so on. So the name of the woman was Pandora, meaning all gifts in Greek. And Zeus gave Pandora a jar, warning her not to open it under any circumstances, and sent her to the Prometheus' brother. Now, Prometheus had warned his brother not to accept any gifts from Zeus. However, Epimetheus accepted Pandora, who although tried hard to resist the temptation after opening the jar, and released all evils upon our world. Hatred, war, death, hunger, sicknesses, and all the disasters immediately released. According to me, I think this is all still happening. Coming in at number 3 with Aiden Hansen from America. He's covering Prometheus, as we spoke about.
And at number 3, Prometheus. The terrifying tale of Prometheus is a story that is deeply embedded in Greek mythology, a narrative of rebellion, punishment, and humanity's ceaseless pursuit of knowledge. Prometheus, whose name means forethought, was one of the Titans, the powerful race of beings that predated the Greek gods of Olympus. Prometheus's tale begins with the audacious act of defying Zeus, the king of the gods, which honestly could be anything. Zeus got angry pretty easily. According to one version of the myth, Prometheus stole fire from the heavens and gifted it to humankind. Fire, a symbol of knowledge and enlightenment, allowed humanity to advance in countless ways, from cooking food to forging tools. However, Zeus had forbidden the Titans from sharing the divine fire with mortals, fearing that it would elevate humans to dangerous heights. Plus, the gods were already on bad terms with the Titans after the Titanomachy. Zeus's wrath was swift and brutal. He devised a gruesome punishment bound to a rock on Mount Caucasus, where an eagle, a symbol of Zeus, would visit him daily to tear at his liver. Prometheus was immortal, so his liver would regenerate each night, night, ensuring that his torment would continue indefinitely. This horrific cycle represented not only physical agony, but also the enduring suffering of the human condition. Prometheus's defiance did not stop at the gift of fire though. He also possessed knowledge of a secret that could change the fate of the gods. He foresaw a time when a mortal woman named Thetis would bear a son greater than his father Zeus. To prevent this prophecy from coming true, Zeus married Thetis off to a mortal man, Peleus, thus averting the potential threat to his rule. Prometheus's actions, ultimately motivated by a desire to aid humanity and challenge the divine order, reflected the enduring human spirit of curiosity and defiance against authority. His suffering served as a chilling reminder of the consequences of challenging the gods, even with the noblest of intentions. Prometheus's tale also underscores the complex relationship between the gods and mortals in Greek mythology. While the gods were powerful and revered, they were not infallible, and they often displayed human-like qualities such as jealousy, anger, and vengeance. Prometheus's rebellion and subsequent torment serve as a stark warning of the consequences of crossing the divine, while also highlighting the importance of knowledge, innovation, and the enduring quest for human progress.
Alright, so in Greek mythology, there's also something called the name-giving of Athens. Now, for those of you who know your Greek mythology, you're welcome to interact with us in studio today. If you know your history, join us as we are live, and you can comment at the bottom of the screen. Alright, so let's talk about the name-giving of Athens. Now, Cecrops, the first king of Attica, had named his city after him. It's actually called Cecropia, okay? Now, however, the gods of Olympus saw this lovely piece of land and wanted to name it after them because its patron. Now, the most persistent rivals were, well, Poseidon, the god of the sea, and Athena, the goddess of wisdom. So to solve their dispute, Zeus decided that each of them would present a gift to the city, and the people of Cecropia would decide which gift was best, and therefore which god would be the patron of that city. Now, one sunny day, Cecrops and the residents of the city went up to a high hill to watch the gods presenting their gifts. Poseidon, who was the first present his gift, he was first to present his gift rather, and he struck a rock with his trident and caused a spring of water to gush forth from the ground. This signified that he was assuring the citizens with water, and therefore they would never ever face any type of drought. However, the people were not exactly enchanted with his gift because the water from the spring tasted salty, just like the waters of the sea over which Poseidon ruled. Next, it was the turn of the goddess Athena. She struck her spear on the ground and a lovely olive tree jumped out of earth. The citizens liked this gift better because it would give them food, oil, and firewood. This is how Athena became the patroness of the beautiful city, and this is how Athens got its name according to Greek mythology. Coming in at number 2, Orpheus.
Number 2. Orpheus. The horrifying story of Orpheus is one that explores the depths of love, loss, and the unrelenting pursuit of the impossible. Orpheus was a legendary musician and poet in Greek mythology, known for his enchanting music that could move the hearts of gods and mortals alike. Orpheus's tale centers around his passionate love for his wife Eurydice. Their love was deep and true, but it was tragically cut short when Eurydice was bitten by a venomous snake and died. Orpheus, consumed by grief and despair, could not bear the loss of his beloved and decided to embark on a harrowing journey to the underworld to retrieve her. Armed only with his lyre and his extraordinary musical talents, Orpheus descended into the dark realm of Hades, where he used his haunting melodies to charm even the fearsome ferryman Charon, who carried souls across the river Styx. His music moved the stone-hearted judges of the dead, and eventually he stood before Hades and Persephone, the rulers of the underworld. Orpheus made a plea for the release of Eurydice, and his music once again worked its magic. Hades and Persephone, moved by his music and his love for Eurydice, agreed to grant his request, but with one condition. He must lead Eurydice back to the world of the living without looking back at her until they reached the surface. It was a test of his unwavering faith and trust. As Orpheus ascended from the depths of the underworld, his heart pounded with hope. Yet, just before they reached the surface, doubt and fear overcame him. Unable to resist the urge, he turned to look at Eurydice, hoping to catch a glimpse at her. In that moment, she was whisked back into the shadows of the underworld, lost to him forever. The horrifying twist in Orpheus's story lies in his heartbreaking failure. His love was pure, his music bewitching, and his journey into the underworld was nothing short of heroic. stoic, but his inability to restrain his curiosity and doubt cost him the ultimate price. Orpheus was left to wander the world in inconsolable grief, forever haunted by the memory of Eurydice and the sound of her footsteps fading away.
As we're keeping you well entertained while educating you about Greek mythology this morning, coming up next we have a song called Holiday, and the cover is BRK Beats. Check this out.
We do it right. One record. For it. First you got to be the bad guy, then you go be the actor. Because I want free my family, now I make me take my own guy laptop. Came out alive, I'm on me, yeah, thank God. My money big, you gon' need a tractor. If it be say you want carry my waist, you gon' need new gym instructor. Straight out to Bini, I drop no my EP 2019, they think say big bed you go finish. My music is traveling from India to Asia to Berlin. This thing will be penny. They say una no one be believe. I will never forget this time we bad belly them cast us away. Fast forward to today, every day na holiday. Every day say na holiday, oh yeah day, oh yeah. Me and my guys we dey chill with the popo. Say we don't dey follow. Say my seku check it, but we go give you last card check up. Make you no head, make you pray for the ability to catch up. No calculate if you count my surplus. Say maro jumbi mo shako. Many nights where I no sleep, where I no sleep. One hit to go overseas. See many people they love me, but I steady believe. One favor please, keep my family strong for me. Oh that day on my knees. Straight out to Bini, I drop no my EP 2019, they think say big bed you go finish. My music is traveling from India to Asia to Berlin. This thing will be penny. They say una no one be believe. I will never forget this time we bad belly them cast us away. Fast forward to today, every day na holiday. Every day say na holiday, oh yeah day, oh yeah. I will never forget this time we bad belly them cast us away. Fast forward to today, every day na holiday. Every day say na holiday, oh yeah day, oh yeah.
Original artist of the song called Holiday, and it's got like BRK Beats written on it. Well, congratulations to you, sir, for hitting our screens for the first time on Atsonville TV and performing your own original song, Holiday. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more of Greek mythology.
See flooring differently. Innovar Floor Santon. Contact us today.
Welcome back, guys. I know you're rushing to see what is number one with Aiden Hansen, but before we get to it, I've just been contacted by a gentleman named Dean Wilson. Shout out to him, as he tells me I've been butchering all the Greek names and cannot pronounce them correctly. Forgiveness. Sorry about that, guys. Alright. If you can help me with the show with different names and mispronunciations of different names, like cultures, different languages also, you know, especially because I'm English speaking, so everything that I pronounce will be way off. Alright, for those of you who just joined us, I know you're a little late. You are streaming live with us in the Nation South on Atsonville TV. This is the Cracker Brown Show. For those of you who don't know, please subscribe to this channel if you haven't done it already. I have to give these instructions every single segment and make sure that we are a growing station, we are a growing channel. I need you guys to just like, share and subscribe. If you can, after you subscribe, please click that share button a couple of times. Share it with all of your groups and your friends, as you're doing a good thing by just clicking the button. You're doing your God's work, as I call it, my seva. So send it out to your friends and family and help us to grow. That's what we need. Alright, so as we're talking about Greek mythology, we've got Aiden Hansen standing by in America for you guys with Sisyphus. I hope. Let's just go to number 1 with him.
And at number 1, personal favorite of mine, Sisyphus. The chilling tale of Sisyphus encapsulates the profound concept of existential despair and the futility of life's repetitive struggles. Sisyphus, a cunning and deceitful mortal, became infamous for this audacious defiance of the gods, particularly, and if you've been paying attention to this video, you know what god I'm about to name, Zeus. Sisyphus' first transgression was divulging the secrets of the gods, violating the divine code of silence. This act of betrayal shook the foundations of divine authority and disturbed the balance of power. His second act of defiance was even more audacious. Sisyphus managed to capture Thanatos, the personification of death, and imprison him. By doing so, he disrupted the natural order of life and death, granting a brief respite to mortals who were meant to succumb to the inexorable cycle. Zeus, the ruler of the gods, could not let Sisyphus' insolence go unpunished. In retribution, Sisyphus was condemned to an eternal torment within the depths of the underworld. His punishment was both symbolic and profoundly chilling. He was tasked with rolling a colossal boulder up a steep hill. However, just as he neared the summit, the boulder's weight would defy him, rolling back to the base of the hill, forcing Sisyphus to recommence his labor in an endless cycle. The terrifying nature of Sisyphus' punishment lies in its utter hopelessness. He was compelled to engage in an eternal, futile task that mocked his determination and willpower. The Sisyphean ordeal symbolizes the essence of the human condition, our ceaseless struggle against seemingly insurmountable challenges and our unyielding quest for meaning in the face of inevitable adversity. Albert Camus, the renowned French philosopher, delves into the philosophy of Sisyphus in his essay The Myth of Sisyphus. Camus asserted that despite the apparent absurdity of Sisyphus' predicament, he found meaning in the act of pushing. Embracing the absurdity of his punishment, defied the gods by finding purpose and contentment in the very act of pushing the boulder, spawning the famous quote, "One must imagine Sisyphus happy." This defiance, according to Camus, constituted a form of revolt against the absurdity of existence. So just remember, guys, life is truly just pushing a boulder up a hill. And even though sometimes you'll get all the way back to the top, you might drop it and go back to the start again. And while it may seem hopeless, it's important to keep pushing on, because simply the act of trying to reach that summit is worth more in life than just sitting at the bottom in stagnation. Well, on that note, this video is coming to an end, and so is my time here on this channel, guys. I'm moving away soon and I won't be able to host any more videos for you all. I mean, I'm sure some of you guys will be happy to see me go, but for those who won't, then, well, sorry. I don't know. Just make sure to keep it cool. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below what Greek mythology stories I might have missed. Have a good one, guys, and I won't see you in the next one.
Aiden Hansen for the nonsense every single time he hits our screens. Thank you so much, Aiden, for helping us out with Greek mythology. As you titled it, Greek mythology they didn't teach you in school. Well, yeah, thank you so much for the show. Thanks for helping us out. We really appreciate it. Hope you can hit our screens again soon. I hope to see you soon. Guys, as you know, we keep you well entertained while we educate you, and we always make sure that there's music in between all of our teachings to keep that positive vibes and energy getting through you, well, going through your body, keeping your mind fresh, and as you can well learn and intake more information when keeping well entertained and smiling. Yes, that's my point. If I made you smile today, I did my duty as God's child, yeah? Alright, so we got Kimera Matthian coming in on YouTube saying, I enjoyed that, thanks. It was an honor and a pleasure. From the Admirable TV team and myself, I'm glad you enjoyed the show. Every day we do something like this. We go live at 10 o'clock every day. But if you do miss the show, and if you are busy, if you're working or studying or whatever it is that you're doing, Kimera, remember you can click on the link a little bit later. Or, Kimera, subscribe to the channel, click on the bell icon, select all, as YouTube will notify you every time we go live. And you can catch up on the things you've missed and the things you actually like to watch. Let's keep you well entertained this morning, Kimera. Coming up next, we have Lenny Kravitz's Fly Away. You all know that song, right? Yeah, it's being covered today by Marcella from Netherlands. Check her out. Marcella from Netherlands covering one of my personal favorite Lenny Kravitz songs, Fly Away. I hope you enjoyed that one commercially. I thought that was a brilliant delivery as well of music. And well, Marcella, I hope you enjoyed hitting our screens. Please send us some more videos. For those of you who do have talent and a smartphone and you can capture it, please do drop us a message at the bottom of the screen asking us the procedure to getting your stuff on our TV channel. It's actually quite simple, but if you want to chat privately, just drop us a message there. We'll get back to you straight after the show or during the course of the day. Well, I love that song Fly Away by Lenny Kravitz. I want to get away. I want to fly away. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. We'll come back straight after this commercial break. Welcome back, you crocodiles! Yeah, yeah! Yeah, we're still streaming live in Malaysia, South baby, on Attenborough TV. It's for everyone. Yeah, you know this is the Crocodile Show where we all go loony and we all go loony, clockwise and anti-clockwise. Oh yeah! Alright, as you see me in my traditional way, as you know, we are in the middle of the Pratasi fast, so yeah, you're gonna see me a little cultural this one, so let's keep it cool, yeah? Alright, for those of you who do reside close to Lenasia South, I'm looking for a co-host for this show. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. If you do live around here and you're available between 10 a.m. and 11 a.m., drop us a WhatsApp or message at the bottom of the screen. We'll get back to you, yeah? Alright, as promised, we always have a stand-up comedian from Durban keeping us well entertained and laughing, and now and again she does educate us in the middle of her jokes, which is quite nice. Here is Auntie Sheila.
Hello, sweethearts. Hey, I want to tell you one story about what happened to me whilst I'm eating. I cooked nice sugar beans curry. I made nice sugar beans curry, and that day I cooked pap. Now, that's not the story. Anyway, I went way by the malls, right? And then as I was coming out from the mall, Monday today, fasting day, and that's why I cooked some nice caro sugar beans. Yeah, so I came in driving out of the mall. It's red, right? Green. Green for me, the other people just stop. Yes, ma'am. Now, I can see by my distance. And you know my instinct, yeah? I always listen to it. I said, let me slow down and drive. Oh, he came raving and he drove past. Now, I'm driving through a green robot. He's driving through a red robot. Umas Uta, you see when I get tense, how my daughter all falls, because this year I got lot power. It got the Sakti, it can sense. Now, so tasty, I cooked the sugar beans too. Now my vegetable, but if you cook it nice, for tasty. Nice UTD potatoes too. Hey. Anyway, going back to the story. You went through the red, Robert. Who must hoot? I'm driving through the green, my right of way. You trying, you're gonna come knock me. I'm a shooter. So I hooted and I said like this. I'm pointing by the robot. I'm saying, you know what he's doing? He's doing like this, like, and hooting at me. I'm like, hey, what the is happening here? You going through the red robot and you hooting at me? Huh? God, I don't care what you think, bloody cur. You know, it's matters like that cause accidents. Go bloody learn how to damn drive or learn the rules. Huh? You can't be so impatient. We waited by the robot. No, it's green. Where your ass is rushing to so quickly. Catch a wake up. You know, I don't know why they act like.
Auntie Sheila, everybody, with a mouthful of great food during this Matasima. Talking about bad drivers having attitudes. Okay, let me go more in depth with that one. Yes, as people have attitude on the road. You know, I have a lesson for you guys. They say you don't learn to swear until you learn to drive. Fact. Because, guys, I never used to swear. I swear to God, growing up a growing girl, you know, when I was a teenager and stuff like that, I was never ever the type of child to use like the F word or any vulgar word for that matter. And yeah, well, I had a big mouth, but I never used to actually swear or curse. And when I got to a point where I started driving, right? When I started driving, I won't believe it, I don't swear, but the one day I was so angry and so frustrated that the F word came flying out of my mouth, and I was like, sure, driving is no good for me. Road rage, baby. I mean, people do have attitudes on the road. I mean, you get these taxi drivers that actually cut you off all of the time. They're always doing wrong when they're driving, yet they got the nerve to hoot at you and swear you and curse you and all that jazz. Anyway, yeah, bad drivers, everybody. We should do a show on bad drivers one day. Yeah, full hour of bad drivers. We should talk about that a little bit. But yeah, anyways, it's time for fun facts for kids. As you know, I research fun facts every day, and I continue to like research for the children, for the youth. But you know, sometimes even when you're older, you'll realize you didn't know certain things, because we all don't know everything, and there's quite a few things you might miss or skip in life. So yeah, I've got a couple of animal facts for kids this morning. And did you know, let's start with did you know did you know that slugs have 4 noses? Yo, imagine having 4 noses. I already suffer with one with my sinus. Imagine. Alright, did you know bees are found everywhere in the world apart from Antarctica? Fact, because it's too cold there for them. Whoa. Alright, did you know that caterpillars have 12 eyes? Another fun fact for you guys: horses and cows sleep standing up, for those of you who don't know. Alright, and last but not least, did you know there are more than 1,000 kinds of bats in the world? Well, that's all the time we have for today, folks. It's time for me to love and leave you. Please join us again tonight on the spiritual show called The Journey, and it's all about exploring Hinduism. Please join us tonight at 7 o'clock, as it will be awesome. It will be epic. It will be part 2 of the regions of Narasimha. From myself, Kimera, Heeralal, have a blessed Thursday, everyone. Bye-bye for now.